What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Miguel Berchelt versus Jeremiah Nakathila, and this is going to be a 10-rounder in the lightweight division, and this fight is going to be Saturday, March 26th from the Resorts World Event Center in Las Vegas, Nevada, and this fight is going to be broadcasted on ESPN, ESPN Plus, or in the ESPN app. And to get into both fighters' resumes, Miguel Berchelt, fighting out of Mexico, holds a record of 38 wins, 2 defeats, with 34 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently not ranked by BoxRec due to inactivity in the lightweight division. And to list some of his best victories, he has a knockout win over Francisco Vargas, and he also was able to get a knockout win over Vargas in their rematch. He also has a unanimous decision victory over Takashi Miura, a knockout win over Miguel Roman, and a knockout victory over Jason Sosa. And to list both of his defeats, he has a shock first-round knockout loss earlier on in his career against Luis Eduardo Flores, and he also has a shock upset knockout loss to Oscar Valdez in his most recent fight, and that's where he did lose his WBC super featherweight world title, as he is the former WBC super featherweight world champion as well as the former WBO interim super featherweight world champion. And now to get his opponent's resume, Jeremiah Nakathila, fighting out of Namibia, holds a record of 22 wins, 2 defeats, with 18 big wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 55 by BoxRec, but this is in the super featherweight division. And to list both of his defeats first, he has a majority decision loss to Evgeny Chuprakov and a unanimous decision loss to Shakur Stevenson. And now to list some of his best victories, he has a knockout win over Prince Dolomo. He also has a knockout win over Zoltan Kovacs, a knockout win over Jasper Soroka, a knockout win over Patrick Okine, and a unanimous decision victory over Subicio Zingangi. And in my opinion, this fight is going to go in favor of the former world champion Miguel Berchelt. I think that Berchelt is just overall levels ahead of Nakathila, but you have to remember Nakathila does hold a lot of power. 18 knockouts in his 22 wins. He's definitely a threat for the sort of chinny chin of Berchelt. Berchelt, not really known for having the best chin, got knocked out in round 1 in his first ever loss, then got knocked out brutally by Oscar Valdez. So yeah, his chin could definitely get tested here. And honestly, I mean, if he gets hit, I mean, who knows how his chin will take the power of Nakathila. I mean, Nakathila might not even have that much power, if we're going to be 100% honest. Nakathila hasn't really fought that high a level of competition. He's fought a good amount of guys with like decent records, like 16-3, like 21-2, whatever, like decent records like that, but they haven't been fighters who are highly ranked or have beaten highly ranked guys. So, I mean, really, his power, it looks to be like it's solid, but I mean, who knows? But still, Berchelt has to watch out for those straight right hands of Nakathila, because presumably we think that Nakathila does have power, but we'll see in this fight if it does have an effect on Berchelt. So Berchelt, he's also a big power puncher, arguably one of the hardest hitters at the time in his title reign at 130 pounds. Now moving up to 135 after his devastating loss to Oscar Valdez. He's looking forward to getting a victory here. And Nakathila has never been stopped. And in his last fight, or I believe it was his last fight, it was against Shakur Stevenson. I don't know if he had any other fights between this one and that one. But yeah, I mean, in that fight, he didn't really fight too well, and same with Stevenson. Both of them really refrained from having too much offense. Shakur Stevenson really ran around the ring. He tried boxing, but he didn't even box. He was just running and throwing shots, little shots here and there. It was one of the worst fights of 2021. But yeah, I mean, hopefully this one could be a better one. It's built up as two power punchers, and I mean, honestly, I think Berchelt is going to be the one really bringing the action. Although Nakathila does have a lot of knockouts, we saw in his fight against Stevenson that he doesn't really like to engage. And I know that you might say, oh, well, Berchelt has a completely different style, but I still don't think he's going to engage that much with Berchelt. I mean, if he does, he could get caught in the process, or he could even catch Berchelt in the process. I mean, Nakathila, I don't know if he's ever been, actually, I think he was knocked down against Shakur Stevenson earlier on in the fight, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, I think that Miguel Berchelt's actually going to be the first man to stop Jeremiah Nakathila. I know that Shakur Stevenson can stop him, but Shakur Stevenson isn't really known as a power puncher, but Miguel Berchelt is. And Berchelt, 34 knockouts and his 38 wins, as I mentioned before. That's a lot of power. and he's beaten a lot of very, very solid fighters, top 15, top 10 at 130 pounds. So I think this will be a very good breakthrough win and comeback victory at 135. And where do I see this fight going down when it comes to the stoppage, when it comes to how these fighters are going to fight? I believe that Miguel Berchelt is going to be the one coming forward. I'm not really caring about his defense. I think that he's going to come forward and really just try and knock out Nakathila and really just break him down with big, fast, long combinations like he usually throws. And I think that Nakathila is really going to be in a hole of trouble because I think he's going to have a lot, or he's going to struggle a lot with defending the shots of Berchelt, and I think that he will get broken down and stopped. And I don't think that Berchelt will be as cautious as Shakur Stevenson was in their fight. But I do think that Nakathila will get stopped. It could be a brutal knockout, could be a standing stoppage, corner stoppage, whatever. In the end, I think it will be a stoppage win or knockout win for Berchelt, and he will get another KO on his resume and improve to 39-2 with 35 knockouts and get his first win at 135 pounds. So comment down below your thoughts on this fight and whether you think Nakathila or Berchelt will win, and what do you think is next for both fighters. And I think this fight will end. I think that Berchelt will really be ahead in this fight throughout. I don't really see Nakathila winning too many rounds. He might win a round throughout this fight, maybe 2, give or take. But yeah, Berchelt I see having most of the success, and I see him stopping Jeremiah Nakathila in the mid to late rounds, specifically from round 6 to round 10, and I see Berchelt being ahead comfortably leading up to the stoppage. So overall, I believe that Miguel Berchelt will get a comeback 6 to 10 round knockout victory over Jeremiah Nakathila to improve to 39 wins with 2 losses and 35 wins by way of knockout. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.